machine drawing and CAD. Section 1 is having machine drawing. First section having 4 chapters and the second section 4 chapters are there. So as far as theory exam is concerned, only on first chapter there will be theory exam. Out of that, first 4 chapters, fourth chapter is totally descriptive type, we can say, where a question of 24 to 28 marks was asked earlier in theory exam. Okay, so for if at all our online exam will be there, so on that first 3 chapters are only important for exam. Second section is of AutoCAD, in which 4 chapters are there. Out of that, first 2D drawing, then isometric we have seen, 3D and assembly of 3D means different object we have to draw and we have to combine together. That was there. Okay, so today's last part from the AutoCAD we will see 3D drawing, how to draw a 3D object in AutoCAD, actually in space, that we have to see today. Okay, and from next lecture we will go for section 1, uh, exam oriented. So I will tell how which will be the questions, etc. Only hardly one chapter is remained. One chapter is there, assembly and details. On that chapter there will not be any question in exam, so it is totally descriptive chapter. So in exam earlier, when 70 mark question paper was there, 24 to 28 mark, only one question was asked, no MCQ, nothing. Now as far as this structure is concerned, there will be only 3 chapters on which this will be asked. Okay, now this 3D we will go for now directly. 3D, in last lecture we have seen. So what we have to do first, we have to see where is AutoCAD symbol. So here you can observe this symbol. Okay, capital A letter in red color, you have to double click, you will get this window. So once this window will get open, you have to select new file, new. So either you can select AutoCAD, simple way you can select AutoCAD, double click on it, open. This window will get open. Okay, so now you will see, if you will see window, so 3 basic settings are there. First one is F7, then F7 is for grid op, means we don't want plain window, we don't want that graph like structure. Then Z enter, A enter, Z enter, A enter, and lastly this UCS icon we have to fix at the origin, fix at origin. Okay, like this. Then first you have to see whether your drawing is 2D or 3D. As we are going to draw 3D, workspace switching. So here one setting like symbol is there. Setting like symbol. Just see, is it possible for you to read that? Whatever options are there, you have to click on that icon. You have to click on that icon and you have to see drafting and annotation, drafting and annotation, 3D basics, 3D modeling. Okay, so as we are going to see 3D modeling, you have to click the icon on 3D modeling and 3D basics. Only in 3D basics limited options are there. In 3D modeling many more options are there. Yes, so you have to click on 3D modeling, so you will get all the options of this 3D. So I will show. If I will click on this drafting and annotation, you will get the options of 2D. You will get options of 2D. So you might have changed this top side, you have to see top side options or up 2D. So for then after I have to click on 3D. So all the options of 3D will come. So that 3D options are came now. So right now this is a top plane, means it is a plane only having 2 dimensions, X and Y. So here you can see top and X and Y, top plane. So whenever you want to draw any drawing, you should be in 3D space. Here one home like symbol is there, you have to click on that symbol. Here you will get XYZ axis, XYZ, these 3 axes you will get here, XYZ. Okay, then whatever drawing you want to draw. So in this 3D we have seen basic primitives. means which basic objects we can draw that we have seen. Which are they? So this is the list. So if possible, you can read this list: box, cylinder, cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, and torus. These are the basic objects. What the way in 2D we are drawing line, polyline, circle, arc, etc. Similarly, in 3D, these are the basic object. For example, box. If I will draw box, I have selected box. Either I can give dimensions like this. I can draw. So it is a 2D frame, 2D wire frame. So I can select conceptual. So box will be something like this. Basic command. What the way we are drawing line in 2D, in 3D we can draw box. Again, suppose cylinder, I can draw cylinder like this. Cylinder. Very simple. Again, cone. There will be a circle at the bottom. Here there will be like this. It will be a cone. We can draw cone. Again, sphere, a ball-like structure. Sphere, simple sphere we can draw. Again, pyramid. Pyramid also we can draw. So what is the difference between pyramid and prism? That also we have seen. Okay, pyramid, square pyramid I have drawn in basics. Then wedge, or it is called as rib in graphics, like this wedge. Then again we can draw torus, tube-like structure. Torus, something like this, tube-like structure, like this. We can draw many more of these are the basic objects. So whatever our 3D drawing is there, 3D, if it will not fall in, it will not fall in our basic. So how to draw it? So if you will see any object, let it be. Suppose I want to draw this object, first object. Let us see. This object I want to draw. Drawing number 1. This object I want to draw. So is it possible by using only basic primitive? Means is it? Neither it is box, cylinder, cone, nothing. So such objects cannot be drawn by only basic primitive. So we have to go for some further conversation or conversion, we can say. So for that conversion, to convert 2D drawing into 3D drawing, 4 commands are there that we have seen. Which are they? These 4 commands. First one is extrude. So whatever I have drawn, these are the basic primitives in 3D. Okay. Then to convert 2D drawing into 3D, 4 commands are there. One is extrude, loft, revolve, and sweep. These are the 4 commands which convert 2D drawing into 3D. Extrude means what? Giving height to the 2D object. Means I have given an example. I want to draw a suppose hexagonal prism. So in basic primitive, that hexagonal prism is not possible by using box, cylinder, cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, and torus. It is not possible. But if I want to draw hexagonal prism, so difference between prism and pyramid already we know. So how we can draw hexagonal prism? First, I have to draw a hexagon. Means polygon I have to draw of required size 6. Enter, specify center, maybe something. Hexagon I have drawn. Now simply I have to give height to this. Then I will return to 3D. Then I will use extrude command. Select object, enter, then give height. So something like this. So what it will form? It will form a hexagonal prism. It will form hexagonal prism. Means though it is not possible by basic primitive, we can draw. What I want to tell, though it is not possible by using basic primitive, it is not available. It is not available in basic primitive, but still we can draw like this. Okay, very simple. Then extrude, keep in mind, extrude means giving height, third dimension. For a 2D object, if you want to give height, then extrude command is used. As simple as this. Okay, this is number 1. Then second is loft, LOF. Loft means to join cross sections, one or more. You can join cross sections one or more. Parallel to this, if I will take parallel to this example, parallel to this, if I want to draw hexagonal pyramid, hexagonal pyramid, how it can be drawn? So we should know, as we learn graphics in first year, we should know what is the difference between prism and pyramid. Last lecture we have discussed prism. PR capital ISM. Capital I indicate top and bottom is same. So this is prism, hexagonal prism. What is pyramid? I told the last lecture. Pyramid spelling. How to write spelling of pyramid? PYR capital A. Capital A stands for there is one apex and one base. So for hexagonal again, for hexagon. So first I have to draw one hexagon. Polygon, number of sides 6. Then suppose I will give one center inscribed or circumscribed, maybe like this, suppose. Then I will draw one point at a place like this, suppose point. Now, once I will reach to 3D, here there is one point. In your screen, it may not be possible to see. Just see. One point is coming. That point, so just check whether you are possible to see, because that is only one point. So what I will do, I will move that point up to certain height. Then now you can see in your screen. Is it possible to see? Here there is a one point. This point and this hexagon I have to join to form hexagonal pyramid. So loft is a command. Loft, select these two objects. Sorry, select these two objects. Okay, then enter, enter. Then here you have to go for setting. Ruled means flat. Okay, like this. Ruled like this now. So what I have did here, I have drawn one like this hexagonal pyramid and hexagonal prism. One hexagonal pyramid, another hexagonal. So you can see here hexagonal prism. Right hand side my hexagonal prism, left hand side hexagonal pyramid. One side there is a pyramid, another side there is a prism. Hexagonal, both are hexagonal. So you can see. So first one we have drawn by using extrude command. Second one we have drawn by using loft command. Second one we have drawn by using loft command like this. We can see here. We have drawn like this. Okay. Now let us go for third. Now I will delete this. Now third, to convert 2D drawing into 3D. Third command is revolve command. Revolve. Okay. So anything, so object can be revolved. Anything object can be revolved around a 2D axis. It is called as a revolve command. So let us see, is it possible in our case any object is there, such object revolved? Okay, it is not there. Even is it possible to draw cone by revolve command? Is it possible? Suppose I want to draw a cylinder, suppose cylinder. Is it possible to draw cylinder by using revolve command? Revolve means what? There will be one axis, and around that axis one particular 2D object will be revolved 360. So my question is it possible to draw cylinder by using revolve command? Can we draw? Is it possible to draw cylinder by using revolve?
Possible.
What we have to revolve around one axis? So there will be
One
one
line is around one axis.
only line or rectangle.
Rectangle, rectangle.
rectangle. So if I will draw such a rectangle, so like this, one rectangle, suppose I will draw something like this. If now, so what I have did, there is one line here, and this I want to revolve. So revolve, select object, enter, select axis around which you want to revolve. So it will ask automatic, what is the height? Sorry, what is the angle through which you want to revolve? So automatic you should give 360 like this. So your cylinder will form like this. Okay. So what will happen? I will go for Control Z. What will happen if there will be? I will keep space in between line and this rectangle. What will happen? Now like this I have kept now space. What will happen if I am going to revolve this rectangle around this?
There will
What
be a
there will be
hollow space.
hollow space, or it will form a hole, we can say.
Mm.
So like this, it will form a hole, hollow cylinder, we can say something like this. So 360. So you can see now a hole is formed like this. Okay, a hole is formed into this hollow cylinder. Revolve command. This is called as a revolve command. Okay, and and last command to convert 2D into 3D. That is, which was that command? This sweep. Sweep means what? A particular path. Along a particular path, we can sweep a object. For example, this sweep command is used to draw. It is used to draw helical spring, helical compression spring. Okay, so what I will do here, suppose helix. So once again, helix, base radius suppose 10, enter, 10, top radius 10, once again I will draw suppose helix, you enter, you enter, I will increase number of turns. Now only 2-3 turns are there. If I will increase now turns, so I have to click that, control 1. So your option will come number of turns. So let us say 50, like this, where it is. So here one helix I have drawn, helix in 2D, we can say helix, it is in 2D. So here, so one circle I will draw, suppose circle having 0.5 as a radius. Then this circle I have to sweep around the this. So sweep, select circle, this circle, enter, select path. Let us see. So spring will form something like this. So automatically it will form a spring like this. Okay. It will form a spring something like this. Sweep command. Also, it is used to draw a pipeline, etc. So suppose by using helix we can draw this spring. Then suppose I have drawn polyline. Maybe suppose this is a one line, and what I will do, I will draw a circle. I will draw one circle. Okay, here like this. Then sweep. Sweep means around a particular path. One object can be moved. So like this, suppose. Sorry. Sweep. Enter. like this. So like this, to draw suppose anything, line, etc., it can be swept. Suppose again you want to have a hollow one, you want to say hollow, so here you can draw one more circle of less radius. So C enter, let us see is it possible. Maybe small circle. Again one more line you have to, one more time, sorry. So at the beginning only you might have drawn two, then it is possible. So right now not like this. Okay, sweep. Again it is a sweep to, you can convert 2D object into 3D. So in 3D what we have learned, number one, basic primitives. Which are the basic primitives? Number one, box, cylinder, cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, and torus. And then which which are the basic primitive means what? Basic objects. Which basic objects we can draw? In 2D, what we can draw? Line, circle, arc, rectangle, etc. Likewise, in 3D, we can draw box, cylinder, cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, torus. Okay, these are the basic. But all the objects cannot be drawn by using these basic primitives only. That's why we have to convert 2D drawing into 3D. So to convert 2D drawing into 3D, four commands are there which are most important. So you have to apply your mind and you have to check how we can draw a 3D object by using 2D. So in that again it will fall extrude, loft, revolve and sweep. One by one we have seen. Extrude means giving height to the 2D object. Loft means to join two cross-sectional areas. Revolve means around one axis. Object can be revolved through 360, so it will form 3D. And sweep means there will be one path around which one object can be swept so that it will form 3D. Like this, these four commands are there. Okay, now if you'll go now for our, now again in this some modify, these are the, we can say in short, in 2D whatever draw toolbar is there, likewise we have seen. So here some modify commands are also there. Modify, so few I will show. Means what, the way we have seen, you might have learned a set theory. So two objects can be made union, intersect and subtract. These are the solid editing commands. Means suppose I have drawn here one cylinder. I will draw one cylinder like this. One more cylinder I will draw. Cylinder, cylinder like this. Two cylinders I have drawn here now. You can see. So one is having less radius, another one is. So I want to subtract from larger cylinder the smaller cylinder. So there is one command called as subtract. Subtract, select larger object, enter, select smaller, enter. So it will form a whole. Means subtract command. Whenever we want to have something called such holes, etc., it can be completed like this. Okay, subtract. Union means both will get combined. Object union, and intersect means common part it will retain. Okay, again there is one command called as slice. Slice means to cut. So here you can see there is one slice command, means to cut. We can cut whatever we have seen in our engineering graphics sections of solids. We are cutting the object by xy plane, whatever xx plane, etc. So similarly here also we can cut by using slice command. So slice means SLICE, slice, enter, select object, enter. So here you can see cutting plane. Cutting plane. Now it will ask which part you want to retain backside. So front always this we are retaining. So something like this. Half part will go, half part will retain. Desired part. So object is cut now. We will see now this in depth. One or two object, once it will get covered, you will see how it will be. So it is called a slice command. Then 3D move, 3D, etc. Many more commands are there. Okay. So now coming back to our this exercise. Very simple. Few objects I will show. So unfortunately, you are not in lab. Otherwise, it is very interesting. Cover all these things. Okay. So this object we will see now. Uh, so most basic object. If you will understood this object, how to draw this object, whether all the dimensions are visible, just check. Whether all the dimensions are visible. Is it possible to read all dimensions for this object? Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this object we will draw. It is having, if we will divide this object into certain components or certain parts. So if we will say there is one base plate. At the base there is one plate having one slot. Then one rib is there. Okay, here there is one rib. Okay, this rib. Then one box, we can say cube, having semicircular slot. And at the back side we can say back plate having one fillet at the edge. This we will see now. So if we want to draw this object in 3D, so certainly it is not possible to draw immediately. Okay, so what we can do, how it can be completed. So we have to see its front direction. You have to see its front direction. It is shown by arrow, this front view. So there may be I'm saying there may be number of ways to draw any 3D object. There may be a number of ways to draw 3D object, but at finally your drawing should be a unique one. You can apply your mind, you can apply your logic, and you can draw the object. There may be number of ways, but finally your drawing should be a unique one. So if we want to draw this object, if I will say first this L shape, if I want to draw this first L shape, so keep in mind whenever we want to draw a 3D object, or when we want to convert 2D to 3D, whatever we are going to draw, it should be in top plane. So my front direction is this left hand side. So from this, whenever I am going to observe my object from this left hand side, I am going to see this first, this L shape, we can say L, this vertical and this horizontal. Then so L shape. So what is this total length? 96. This is how much? This is 16. This is 16, and total height of object is how much? Total height of object, can anybody read the dimension and tell? So this dimension,
64.
48 plus
64.
64, correct. This 48 plus this 16 you have to add. This 16 you have to add. So what you have to do, keep in mind here, most important, I am going to see from the left hand side. Here I will convert to, now here I have to draw L shape. But whenever we want to draw any 2D drawing, keep in mind we should be in top plane, but right now it is showing left hand side plane, or we can say ZY plane. At the corner you can see which plane is this. So immediately your answer should be ZY plane. So our cursor is working only in XY plane. So temporarily you have to convert this ZY plane into XY plane, temporary, not continuously, temporary. For that purpose, we enter whatever plane you are observing, left, what, double click here, double click, okay. So temporarily it will convert into, we enter, where is left, okay. So temporarily we have converted into XY plane. Now here we have to draw that C shape. Okay, so horizontal dimension is L, enter. Horizontal is 96. Horizontal is 96. So if it is not possible, Z enter, A enter, Z enter, A enter, like this. Okay. So I will draw here line from this. How much it is? 96. Then vertical 16. Then this 96 minus. So this here I want to go now. I have started from this point 96, 16. How much distance I should go here? 96 minus 16. 80. Correct. 80. 80. Then vertical 48. 16. Then I can join this. So what I have did in short, whatever I am going to observe from left hand side, I have drawn it. Whatever. Then I will switch to this like this now. Okay. Now I will give certain extruding length. How much length this part is having? So this part I have drawn. So from this corner up to this corner, last corner I have to go. How much that dimension is? Means width of object we can 64. Very good. 64. So extrude command. Now see here, extrude commands comes into picture. Extrude, select object, enter 64. 64 means right now this object is something like this. At this stage, we have drawn this much. At this stage, this object is something like this. Okay. Now, whatever here unnamed has came, or before that we can say, here there is one fillet or chamfer here at the corner. Here sharp corner is not there, smooth is there, but whether it is fillet or chamfer,
Champer.
chamfer, chamfer or fillet, smooth radius is there or distance is given from the corner. Is it fillet or radius? Fillet or chamfer?
Chamfer.
For what distance is there and for what radius is there? I told many more times in 2D. For fillet, radius is there. For chamfer, distance is there. Means, are you observing here? Radius is given at the corner or some distance is given at the corner? What it is given?
Radius.
Radius means it is fillet, not it is chamfer. It is fillet. But in 3D, it is called as fillet edge. In 3D, it is called as fillet edge. So you have to select, sorry, edge. In 3D, it is not called 3D fillet. It is called the fillet edge. Command is fillet edge. Fillet edge, select, you can say radius. How much radius it is having? How much it is? 32. See here, 32 radius. So you can select 32. Fillet radius 32. Enter. Here you have to select this edge. For this edge, radius is given. Enter, enter, like this. So this object is now at the one corner we have given that fillet radius. Okay. Now for the base plate, there is slot. Here there is one slot. So how this slot can be drawn? How this slot we can draw? Or what we can do? This slot we will draw at the end. So up to this we are here. So here. So again, here there is one. Here there is one. We can say cube is there. Cube. So what will be its dimension? If you say, so this height is 28. This dimension is 40. Cubical we can say. This 40 means how we can draw. Just see. So if I will go here. So from this, I will come line from this. This dimension is 40. Vertical is 28. Then this is 40. and this we can close like this. Now this we have drawn. So if I want to extrude, what I have did, so here I have drawn that. Okay, if I want to this much, this side view I have drawn. Now I want to take, so whatever I have drawn here, so I want to pull this up to this side towards left hand side. So through how much distance I should pull it? I have, meanwhile I have neglected this semicircular slot. So through how much distance from this point to this it is there? This
42.
how it comes? 64 minus this 22. Totally 64 minus this 22. So this dimension will come. This to this. So whatever it is there. Okay, this to this dimension it will come. But up to back side. So 2 42. Very good. 42. So again I have to use extrude as a command. Select object, enter. So 42 is the distance. 42. So right now my object becomes something like this. Right now my object has become something like this. Okay, then there is one semicircular slot. Semicircular slot. What is its radius? What is its radius? Diameter is 24, so radius will be 12. So what I will do, so again I will draw one circle, C enter, then having what it is asking, radius or diameter. If diameter, then diameter will be 24, like this. So there one circle I have drawn here. You might have seen. Just see, is it possible to see? Now what I will do, I will extrude this circle through these objects outside. Means I will draw a cylinder. Enter, like this. Length doesn't matter. Here length doesn't matter. Why? Because from this cube, or we can say rectangular block, that cylinder we are going to subtract. That's why that length doesn't matter. So here subtract, one most important command is there. Subtract, select rectangular block, enter, select cylinder, enter. So now that slot will be something like this. Now that cylinder will be, now similarly here again, there is one, we can say what it is called, rib. Here there is one rib. That rib also we want to draw. So if at all you will not get any dimension, no problem. Three corners only you have to join. Which are they? This one, this is second one, and this is third. Only this we have to join by using polyline. Polyline, select this corner, this, and this rectangle. Only now you have to give thickness to this. So this object is something like this in 2D. Now only you have to give thickness. How much thickness for this rib is? How much thickness it is having? Read the drawing and tell. How much thickness of rib? What is the thickness
20.
of rib?
12.
20 is that another dimension. Is the thickness of 12 is the thickness of that rib. So only we have to use extrude command here. Extrude. Once again, extrude means giving height or thickness. Extrude, select object, then this direction 12. So our object will become something like this. Now our object is become something like this. Okay, and one last part is remained. So one slot is there at the base plate. One slot is there at the base plate. That slot we have to draw. That slot we have to draw. How we can draw that slot? So we have to observe its top view. I have told. So its top view, top plane. We have to see that object from the top plane, and here we have to draw that slot. Okay. So there are two things. There are two things to draw this slot. So either you can draw outside that slot, you can take inside, and you can subtract. So what the way, whatever. So this distance is 16. So this is 20. Okay, so first what you will do, 16 by 20. You can draw one rectangle outside, a little challenging. Rectangle, horizontal dimension is 16, vertical is 20. So like this. Then there is one circle, circle. So here, then trim like this. Then this I want to take inside, but at what point, where this point is matching. But before that, whenever we want to go for extrude, etc., this total object should be unique one. It should not be something like different. So to make it union, there is one command called as boundary. Boundary, pick point, internal, enter. So this total object we have to take here at where this point is. Suppose this corner, where I have to take this point, at what distance is it given, just check. So this distance is given 16, means this corner is at a distance of 16, means from this one line I have to draw. Line is of 16 here. Okay, one reference line I have drawn. So what I will do, enter, select object. This object I will take here like this. Okay, then so this object is here. What I have to do now, only I have to extrude this and subtract. Means extrude, select object, enter, like this. Extruding length doesn't matter, it will become something like this. Extruding length doesn't matter. Why? Because we are going to subtract. Select larger object, enter, select smaller object, enter. That object will be something like this. It will form a slot, something like this. Now last one problem is remain. Last one thing is remain. So this we have drawn rib as a different, this rectangular block different, this C shape different, but here line should not be there. Are you observing different lines? So as I told in last lecture, in orthographics, whenever there is dark line, there is a change of surface. Keep in mind, whenever there is a dark line, there is a change of surface. But here these lines should not be there. So for that purpose, at the last you have to go for union, means you have to make this object as a unique one. So union is one command. Select object. Now you will observe, once I am going to press enter, all these lines will go, it will become vanish like this. Keep in mind, now this total surface has become unique one. So if you want, you can give your favorite color, anything you can give, no issue. You can give green also. So like this, your object will be something like this. Your total object will become unique one. Now total object, this rectangular block, rib, this base plate, whatever it is there, all object will become unique one. Even you can see here, no line is there now. Here no any line, total surface is unique one. So like this. Okay, this object will form. It is very interesting. Unfortunately you are not able to do this practice. So this is our object. See, this object we have drawn. Anything So what the object we have drawn? So unfortunately my internet was interrupted. So have you understood this object? Hello.
Yes.
So certain steps we have to follow. You have to apply the logic. Many more options are there to draw the object. Many more options are there, but still you can draw the object something like this. Okay. So once you will practice, it is very interesting. So few objects right now these are not with me, but many last batch students has drawn great drawings. We can say many more. So I will draw few drawings. Okay. So that this chapter we will cover today. One or two drawing I will show. So let us see this drawing. Dimensions are not there. Is it possible? Suppose you want to draw a object is something like this. Is it possible to draw this object? काय करावं लागेल ऑब्जेक्ट काढायचा असेल तर यू कॅन एक्सप्लेन इन मराठी इफ यू वॉन्ट येलो कलर्ड ऑब्जेक्ट आर यू ऑब्झर्विंग ऑन युअर विंडो व्हॉट यू कॅन डू टू ड्रॉ दिस ऑब्जेक्ट काय करायला पाहिजे इज इट पॉसिबल काय करावं लागेल हा ऑब्जेक्ट काढायचा आपल्याला कॅन एनीबडी एक्सप्लेन
वाय काढायचा.
व्हेरी गुड हा काय करायचं वाय काढून
वाय काढून होल मायनस करायचं, सबट्रॅक्ट करायचं.
first you have to draw y shape. Actually this object is something called as tuning fork. Very good. Tuning fork like structure. Okay. After drawing that y shape you have to extrude it up by certain length and then you can have these holes as simple as this. So I will show immediately. If I will erase this object, so home, which is your direction, left hand side. So you have to go to left hand side like this. So here you can go for 2D. Then here v enter, v for view, view enter, double click to left hand side. Okay. Okay, here you can draw L enter. So anything you can draw, suppose L enter, suppose this 15 means again suppose this 20, again 20, 15, up to this suppose 15. I'm not drawing with the dimension, maybe suppose up to this it is 20. I will draw 35. Maybe now choice is with you. I am not drawing with the dimension. Then maybe up to this. Maybe suppose 35. How much it is? 20. Whatever. Like this. So one of the student, I think Suhas, has given answer why we have to draw. So here why we have to draw. So one y. So if you will see from the left hand side, it will be something like this. Now we have to extrude. Before extrude, that object should be a unique one. So for that purpose, we have to go for boundary. Boundary. Boundary, pick point, pick internal point, enter. Means what? That object will become solid one. It will not become hollow one. So certain length. So that length you have to go for extrude. I have typed extrude, select object, enter. So certain. So if I will take suppose only 20, not more than that. 20 only. Suppose 20. Right now this our object is something like this. Our object is something like this right now. Okay. So here Here what you will do now, whatever object is there here, such fillets are there, fillets. So for this purpose, you can select 3D. Instead of 3D fillet, we are saying it as a fillet edge. Fillet edge, R enter. So total this 10. From this side 10, enter. From this side, enter. From this side, like this. Also, if you want to go here, here also you can go for fillet edge, fillet edge, R enter. How it is, just see. Fillet edge, R enter, 10 enter. I have to orbit, then again fillet edge. Okay, like this. It may be something like this. Also here also fillets are there. Suppose you want to go for, is it there? Yes, it is there. So here also you can go for fillet. So without dimension I have drawn this. Select edge, something like this. Maybe here also. Here also. Fillet edge, select, sorry. Fillet edge, like this now. With certain, without dimension I have drawn quickly, without dimension. And lastly, what the way it was told, we have to draw circle. We have to draw circle looking from this edge, no, from this side. Two circles we have to draw. So 2D wireframe here, two circles I have to draw. So this plane is ZX or XZ plane. So this is not XY plane. Keep in mind, whenever we want to draw any 2D diagram, it should be in XY plane. So here what we can draw, V enter, front, okay. So here C enter. So here something like this. Here also one circle. Again, then what we have to do? It will come something like this. Two circles you might be observing. This we have to go for extrude. Extrude, select object, enter. So extruding length doesn't matter here. Extruding length doesn't matter. Okay, like this. That object will be something like this, and finally you have to go for subtract. Subtract larger object, enter, smaller object, enter. It will form a whole. So like this object will be there like this. So without dimension I have drawn. So you can draw with dimension. If you want to give your favorite color, you can give like this, anything. And this object will become something like this. Okay. Then simple like this. That object will be something like this. Spring we have seen. Spring. So this dimension is also some such drawings you can draw. Such drawings, it will take more time. You can see how it can be completed. Such drawings. So you can, this drawing in isometric we have drawn this drawing in isometric, how it is showing. So it is possible to draw in 3D as well. Very interesting. Many more times it is asked in practical oral exam. This drawing, shall we draw this? Ninth number. Many more drawings. This is also interesting one. Shall we go for this? Ninth number. Its front view, top view, side view is same. So a little application of mind is required in this object. Ninth object. Keep in mind, what is that ninth object? So just see how it is. All, so in top view. Okay, so here what you have to do? So one rectangle is of 60 by 60, means we can say square. 60 by 60, it will be something like this. Then offset I will go for 20. Enter this 20, this 20, this 20, this 20. Okay. So plus sign only we have to for nothing else. Plus sign, plus sign. Then this and this. Okay, this is a plus sign. Then you have to make it as a boundary. Boundary, pick point, select enter. Then two objects we have to see here what I have did. So this all dimensions are 20, 20, 20, 20. All these are 20, 20. So this you have to see. Now you have to extrude through 60. What I am doing. Same objects I have drawn. Then extrude. Extrude. Select object through 60. 60. Both the 60. Now what you have to do? One object you have to rotate through 90 degree. Any one. Through 90 degree means this space, whatever top view you are observing, it should be something from the front view. So there is one command called as 3D rotate. 3D rotate, select object, enter 90. Suppose 90. It will be something like this now. What I have did, one object I have rotated. Now this corner and this corner you have to simply make match. You have to match these 2 points. Select object, this point to this point. Simply like this now. Your object is 99% it is ready. Only 1 point is remained. What is that? So these lines, whatever you are observing, it's front view. These lines should not be there. So are you observing lines? So that line should not be removed now. That line. So here also you are observing one line. How it can be now? How it can be drawn? How to minimize that lines? What you have to do? Two objects we have combined. Huh? Correct. What?
Union.
Correct. Union means two objects we have combined, but we have not made it a unique one. So you have to make it unique one. So once you are going to make it unique, so by using union command, union, select object. Now you will see carefully. These lines will go. This total surface will look like as a unique one. This total surface will look like a unique one. Enter. So now see here how this object is. Total surface, whatever you may see from any side, you will see. Instead of this, I will give something like this. You will see from all the sides this object something like is same. Suppose you will observe its top view. Top view is something like this. Okay. Then suppose you will observe its left hand side view. It will be something same. All the views are same for this object. Suppose this right hand side view same. Even from if you see its bottom view, it is also same. Means whatever it may be the your views, all the views will be unique one. So once you will practice more, you will see it is very interesting. Practice is required. Once practice, you will practice. Many more things are. So have you understood? Very easy. Just see how it can be completed. Many more exercises are there. Shall we go for this? Suppose, is it possible in graphics many more objects are there, something like this? You may remember your graphics. If you have seen orthographic projection chapter. So in graphics such objects were there. How this object can be completed? Is it? Shall we go for this? Shall we go for this chapter? This? Whether dimensions are possible to see?
Yes, sir.
Shall we draw this? Yeah, it is easy. So whatever its front view is there, front view. So what is the length of this object? Length. Can anybody tell what is the length of this object? Front view direction is left hand side, where arrow is there. So in front view you are
120.
observing 120, correct. How it is 120? This middle 80, this 20 and this 20. So total length is, what is its height? Height of object. Can anybody tell? What is the height of object? So read the drawing and tell me the length, height and width. So whenever we are going to see 3D object, we should be able to see its height, length and width. Length question is over 120 is the length. What is the height of this object? Can anybody tell? Let us see your drawing reading. Who will tell what is the height of this object?
95.
55 plus
115.
95 plus 20. How much it is? 115. So whoever has given answer 95, you might have added this 55 and this semicircular radius 40. How much? How come it is coming 40 semicircular radius? Because this dimension is given 80. Is automatically from this center to this dimension will be 40. So this 40, okay, this 40 plus this 55. So this line you can remember, from the center to this surface 55. So 40 plus 55 plus this 20, you have to add, no, this 20 this for this hollow cylinder. So that is 20. So which three dimensions you have to add? 40 plus 55 equal to 95 plus this 20. So it will become 115 is the correct answer. And what is the width of this object? It is very easy. Directly it is given width
8.
80. Very good. 80 is the answer. So means for this drawing or object, three dimensions are length is 120, length is 120, height is 115, and width is 80. So this object we want to draw. See carefully. If you are able to draw this object, then you will be, we can say, fluent in AutoCAD. So this object I will remove. So don't take it as a part of syllabus. As a mechanical engineer, this subject is very important. We should know. Once you will be in any industry, nobody will ask, are you knowing AutoCAD? So being a mechanical and civil engineer, by default, you should know this AutoCAD. By default, I am saying. Okay. Now, if you'll go to this object now, how it can be completed? So inverted C, inverted means ulta. Inverted C or U we can say. So this much surface you can draw first, this much surface you can draw first. So C we can say C, inverted C, or we can say inverted U, capital U. Structure we can draw. In which direction? We have to draw from the left hand side view, means this left plane we have to select, which is ZY or YZ, whatever. So we cannot draw except XY plane. So temporary we have to convert this plane into like this top plane. Then here we have to draw this. So total is 120. So length I have to draw, suppose length 120, line 120. This is 120 now. Okay. So you can draw from this. So just see how it is. So total depth is 95 and this 20. So this is 95, then 20, like this line. Yes, here I may commit some mistake. 20. Then how much distance I should go? So total is 55 minus 15. How much it is? Sorry, 95 minus 15. 80.
80.
Very good. 80. So line 80. Again line 80. Then simply you can join these lines. Okay. Now this section we have drawn means looking from this, it will be something like this. Okay. So before extrude, it should be a unique one boundary we have to go for, so that we can extrude it easily. And whatever it's, we can say these lines we have to delete. Then like this. Now through how much distance we should extrude this? Through how much distance we should extrude this?
80.
80. 80 is the answer. So through 80 extrude means giving height or giving extruding length. Enter 80. Is our object is become something like this right now. It is something like this. So what to do now? So this semicircles, whatever the semicircular parts are there, this. Okay. How it can be completed? What is its radius? For this whatever circular parts are there. So read the drawing carefully. This total is 80. This total is 80 means from the center to this point. From this center to this, it is a 40. Means this radius, fillet edge radius is 40. Fillet edge radius is 40. So fillet edge are enter 40. Select, then select this edge 40. Now backside radiuses are not possible to see. Orbit it, revolve it like this. Again give fillet radius or fillet edge, select edge like this, select edge like this. It will become something like this right now. Okay, this object is becoming something like this now. Then, so let us complete whatever parts are there for this. Now here there is one circle. There is a circle having diameter 30. See here, diameter 30. Okay, so this diameter it is given as a 30. So read the dimension 30. So from which direction, if we are going to see that, looking from right hand side view means from this edge. Once we are going to see from this edge, it is possible to see. So what I will do, I will draw. So maybe from here. So before that, this front direction, which is this plane, my direction of plane is zx or xz. Here we cannot draw anything. So our plane should be xy plane. So we have to convert it into xy plane. Front, okay. So enter. So from this here, C enter diameter 30 like this. Then here we have to extrude this now. Extrude, enter like this. It will go through the object. Extrude. It will become something like this. Extruded through the object. Okay. Then subtract. Means we want to have that hole. Subtract, enter like this. Now holes are formed. You can see here holes are formed now. Now what is remained for this object? Top side surface is remained. Is whatever you can see object now. Whatever this part is there, semicircular holes, that is remained now. Okay. So how it can be completed, this last part? So we can draw. See here. Up to this, is there any problem? So this top plane. So what we have to do? Here we have to draw one circle. Okay. So before that, I will draw a line, this to this. Here there is a circle of how much? 40 radius, 40. Then all the circles we will draw here. Then inside circle is how much? Whatever throughout circle is there, throughout it is of 30 diameter. Throughout it is circular hole is of 30. Then here one more circle is there. Step is there up to 15th depth. Up to 15th depth one circle is there. How much? Inside this radius 60. Are you observing 60 and 30? 60, 30. So all circles we will draw here. Okay. Circle here 60. Diameter means radius. Or I will draw 60 as a diameter. 60. Again circle 30. 30 as a diameter. Now this we have drawn. If you will go, if you will see like these circles, all circles came. So what I will do? So whatever this height is there, height. So if you will see our 3D drawing, it will be something like this. Only circles you are observing. 3 circles. So what we will do? These 3 circles, we can go for 3D move. 3D move. Vertically we will go as a 20. I will take about 20. It's like this I have taken. What I have did is see. These circles, if you see from the left hand side view, these circles I have taken through 20 distance top along vertical, because now I am going to go for extrude these circles, extrude up to this 20, so that it will form cylinder. Okay, so extrude, extrude, extrude this circle, outside circle, enter through 20. It will form something like this. Then what I will do, this small circle I will extrude now, small circle, this. Or if it is not possible to extrude small circle, enter throughout the object. It is throughout the object. So now I will subtract that. Okay. So subtract to form that hole. Subtract. Now which objects I have to select? 1 or 2 to subtracting that 30 hole. Which objects I have to select? This bottom side and this cylinder, or only one?
2 objects.
2 objects I have to select. This one is first, correct, and second one is this. Okay, enter. Then I have to select this, so that this hole will become throughout. This hole will become throughout like this. Otherwise, it will not be from throughout. Okay, like this. And last, one hole is there, one circle is of 60. This circle I have to, its depth is now given. Outside cylinder depth is 20. Here it is given 20. And this inside cylinder circular hole, that is 15, up to 15. And that step is there, step. So what we can do? So that depth we can give here. Extrude, select this, enter, up to 15, like this, up to 15. So we can see now, and that you can remove. So you cannot identify here, but you can remove now that by using subtract. How? Subtract, select outside cylinder, enter, select inside cylinder, enter. Now that hole will be something like this. It will form something like this. Okay. If you want to give, suppose yellow color, I will give like this. It will be something like this. So is it necessary to go for union? Is there any surface? Just check. So is it possible, or is it necessary to go? Anything is remained from this object? Just see. So here step is there. This depth is 15 and this total is 20. This total is 20. That you have to remember. This hole is of. So if you will see its front view, it will be something like this. So if suppose this object is given in 3D, this object is given in 3D. So what the way you were learning orthographic projection from this. So here there is last point I will see. It is not in syllabus. Suppose you want to take its front view looking from this direction. It is very easy. So if you want to go for front view of this, so if conceptual, there is one command called as flat shot, means taking photograph of this object. Flat shot, foreground lines will be continuous and this other load hidden. Okay, this setting you have to go for hidden. Okay, this color will be yellow something. Suppose create means I have taken photograph from the front side. Now I have to paste in top view. Means this will be the front view. So it is just rotated. So it will be the front view of this object. See, within fraction of second, you can complete its front view. Only taking photograph. This will be the front view of this object. Keep in mind. So whatever yellow colored lines are there, yellow colored lines, these are the dotted lines. See, these are the dotted lines. Then suppose you want to go for its, this will be the front view. Okay, then top view. Suppose you want to have its top view. That object should be rotated. Maybe suppose 3D rotate top view. Now that will be the top view. Again create simply like this. This will be the top view. And any side view we can draw, any, looking from this. Suppose means within a fraction of second you can complete its orthographic projection, where there were in graphics 14 marks are there. 14 marks were there in graphics. Here you can complete within a fraction of second, you can see. So this will be the, you can see this, all the orthographic projection within less than 1 minute you can complete. Even 1 minute is not required. 1 minute is not required to complete this. 1 minute you can see all the projections you can complete within the fraction of second. So this is the required thing. Many more objects are there. So yellow colored lines are dotted lines. Even suppose you want to have its sectional view. Suppose sectional view. You want to have its suppose sectional view. Sectional view means you want to take section. Suppose. So how you can take section? Section here line. Here you can see slice. I have told slice. Enter. Select object. Enter. This will be your cutting plane. Enter. Suppose. Sorry. Slice. Enter. Means maybe something like this, or we can say slice means to cut. Slice, enter object, enter. Means like this, I have cut this object. Means you can go for like this. So whatever object was there earlier, cut section is taken here. See how it is. Object is cut in between. Okay, so you can see how means to have its internal details, etc. We can cut the object as well. So we can see its internal details. Very interesting things are there. Many more things are there in this. So you can go for that also. Okay. So this was our object. You can draw any object by your applying your logic. You can draw any object by applying your mind. Okay. Many more things are there in this. Many more. This one object is also simple, but it will take time. Once we will get time, maybe if suppose there is 1 hour external overall, then also we can